Well, 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 looks like we're live this morning, or at least we're trying to be. Trying to be live. Good morning. Hey, everybody. We're good. We're good to go. Looks like we're good to go here this morning. I'm on live, youtube.com at There we go. Everybody knows we're live. Just so, in case you were wondering, in case anybody was wondering, we're on live. Good morning. Morning, all the people. Got to give the platforms a chance to tell the folks, show the people that we're here. Okay, some of these platforms are just, my computer's trying to figure out, what are you trying to do? You pushing the buttons. My Day Littlefield, good morning. Val, good morning. Nick P, good morning. Hey, everybody. Trying to let the folks know that I'm here. Say, as they say in church, I won't be before you long. We'll see what the market has for us today. Oops, gotta go the other way. There we go. Seems like my hair is all over the place. There we go. All everywhere. Well, okay, let's jump on in. Hey, Janae, good morning. Happy midweek. It is Wednesday, hump day. It's hump day, as they say. Y'all got to see those commercials. They don't know if they show them anymore like they used to. Those little, the commercials where the camel's walking through the office. Hump day. It's hump day. Okay, there we go. Live on Twitter. On Twitterver, we're live. Live on Facebook, I believe. Live in YouTube. I'm Arlissa, educator to trader. If you're here, don't forget to like and subscribe. I always forget to say that, but y'all know how the YouTube thing goes. Okay, we're checking out the VIX this morning. The VIX is already at 23.49, or should I say still at 23.49. It's up 1.72. Today is Liberation Day, which I really feel like, and this is just me speculating, but I really feel like it's going to be a lot of hype that's going, I won't say going to turn into nothing, but I don't know. It feels like sometimes we get all hyped on stuff and then you expect it to be all this and it ends up not being all this. But we'll see, right? We'll see. I moved my camera around and now the camera wants to say what's going on. Oh, here we go. Turn it back on. There we go. Good morning. This is my first time watching you live. Well, hey, Toki Miyaki. Hey, guess what day it is? It's hump day. Yep. Janae, you remember those commercials. But yeah, that's me. It's probably going to be some volatility though, because we're going to get announcements and we're going to see stuff that, I don't know. It's why do we have to have, anyway, we're going to trade what we see. Just trade what you see. And you know what though? I have to always say, hey, Shanna, been a while since I seen you. One thing I always say is a strategy. What do I always say is a strategy? Watching is a strategy. You don't have to be in the market. Just watch. Hey, Selena, you can just watch. You don't have to be in the market. Watch. Trading your sim. See what it goes. And then after the fact, you can feel like, oh, I could have made. That'd be fine. You can say I could have made. You could also say I could have lost. So just watch. See how things go. And then wait for tomorrow. That's a strategy, that nothing's wrong with that. 23.44 is our VIX this morning. VIX indicates the volatility index and the fear in the market. We'll see which is which. If you trade. If you watch. If you simming or paper trading, do that. None of these things are bad. It's your money. Do with it what you see, but you can definitely watch and have no shame. Ain't no shame in watching, period. I probably need to be doing that myself. And made still, because I got stuff I need to do today, which doesn't necessarily include being caught up. Anyway, we won't know if Liberation Day succeeds until Trump is out of office. I don't even know what Liberation Day really like. What's it supposed to be? If economic insularity in the name of self-sufficiency pans out, Trump won't be in Washington to claim victory. What is it really like? What is the objective of Liberation Day? Is the plan of this to get us where we are a self-sufficient country and nation? I don't know what we're even like. What is the goal of all of this? I don't know. Maybe there's a bigger overreaching plan. I just don't know it. And that's really because I've not done any research or done any reading and finding. I've not delved any deeper than what the headlines have said. Okay. Besant says Trump will set high tariff caps for countries to bring down. Oh, I don't know what that means. BlackBerry stock falls on lower annual revenue forecast. U.S. private payrolls growth accelerates. U.S. auto dealers Trump tariffs will kill us. U.S. treasuries gain as trade tensions rise ahead of Trump's tariffs. The economic risk of Trump's 20% blanket tariffs option. Mercedes weighs pulling U.S. entry-level cars over tariffs. Forget 60-40. BlackRock's Fink wants investors to go 50-30-20. U.S. stock futures retreat in nervous wait for tariff reveals. Basically, everything's just kind of on hold as we wait to see what happens today. This is the kind of things president of his mental state would love to have everybody just kind of waiting to see what happens next. Remember what was it, E.F. Hutton? People would wait to see what E.F. Hutton had to say. That's kind of what's happening. What feels like happening today. We're all waiting to see what E.F. Hutton has to say. Dow futures are down about 300. S&P futures down 50 or 0.89%. NASDAQ futures down 1%. Oil is red. U.S. 10-year bonds are red. Pre-market, that's where we're going. Stock futures slip ahead of the tariffs. Europe, all red, basically, waiting on the tariffs. Asia's got some green. Hang Seng is red. Shanghai is also green. They're kind of flat, except for Nifty 50 and Nikkei are both pretty green. They're mixed as Trump administration prepares to roll out fresh tariffs. Crypto is primarily red, probably, again, waiting on the tariffs. Everybody seems to be waiting for the same thing. Is there a time that we're supposed to get this stuff today? Like, it says 4 o'clock? What, we're going to wait all day for a 4 o'clock announcement? Are you serious? Please tell me that's not the case. Oh my goodness. Okay. Anyway, 8:15, we had non-farm employment change. Looks like 155,000. Anticipated was 118,000. So this is green. So this is good. They were looking for 118,000. It's 155. So that's a good thing. Non-farm employment means we added 155,000 more non-farm jobs. Okay. 10 o'clock, we've got factory orders month over month. Crude oil inventories 10:30. President Trump is set to speak at 4 o'clock. Okay, I'm moving on past that. And then Kugler is going to speak at 4:30. Tomorrow, we've got job stuff happening in the morning. Unemployment at 8:30. I thought maybe it's Friday that 12 o'clock ISP. I was thinking Friday. Oh, Powell. Yeah, Powell is going to speak on Friday at 11:25, right? So somebody maybe knows in the comments, is there a time that we're supposed to see all these tariff announcements are coming? Is it coming at 4 o'clock or is he coming throughout the day? Okay. Celine says he is a definite attention seeker, creates a problem, then claims to fix it. Hero complex, 4 p.m. is crazy. I mean, really, you just gonna go all day and wait till 4 o'clock to make this massive announcement? That just seems like a lot. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna keep on because politics is not my area, but I'm just saying, we're gonna do all this and wait till 4 o'clock to hear something? Oh my. Okay. Keep it pushing, Arlissa. That's what we do. We keep it pushing. 815 was non-farm employment change. Those numbers came in good. So we're probably, again, speculation, but maybe a green day. We'll see what happens once the market gets open. Trade what you see. That's my motto. I should get a t-shirt that says trade what you see with some candlesticks on it. Trade what you see. That's what you need to do every day. Trade what you see. 10 o'clock, crude oil inventories at 10:30. Cushing oil inventories. President Trump speaks at 4 o'clock. That's what we see on investing.com. Unless he decides to pull it forward, unless something happens, which that's likely to happen as well. We'll see what goes on. Okay, SPX. No, this is ES over here. Is that ES? If that is, that would have thrown me way off. Oh no, this is here. Okay. Come on, Arlessa, get it together. I'm shook by the 4 o'clock. I can't even. I'm so shook I can't even work my chart right. I'm like, are we serious? Are you serious? Trade what you see. That Selena, that's the motto of every day. If anybody who listens to me regularly has heard me say that more times than probably you can hear that in your sleep. Trade what you see. We currently dropped down to 55.70, and then we popped right on back up out of there. Currently at 55.79. Let me put a little line on this 55.70, because that seemed to be a nice little place of recovery. I also see a little, as Selena calls it, even though it's not Selena, the tweezers. Those tweezers, 55.87 is also a place. I just remembered you mentioned it as tweezers, Selena, and now I remember it there. That was the first place, the law of first mention is where something sticks with you after you heard it mentioned first. Good morning, TJ. Good morning. Supposed to be a soiree at 4 o'clock. We're going to soiree at 4 so we can hear about the tariffs. Are you serious? Anyway, I'm definitely going to keep it pushing. Keep it pushing. All righty. Put a little line here. This is where we are in the pre-market. SPX 500 is where you can see what the market is doing, what S&P 500 is doing when the market is closed. Okay, we do have some places that you can look to see. Looks like we are at 55.75. We had some support at 55.70. We do have some resistance at 55.87. And there is some more hiding in the middle, 55.97, which makes sense, right around 5600, 5614, 5628. Okay. All righty. There's that. Let's move on to what Adam has to say this morning. Tweezers can tell the stories. Yep. Selena got us looking at those tweezers, and we catch them regularly in our community. Adam says this week has been all about one level. Oh, that 5620 should actually say 55.75. For us, it's 55.75, which is currently where we are right now. 55.75 has been tested 5 times, including a huge failed breakdown at 10 o'clock yesterday to trigger a 70-plus point long to targets. 55.75 to 56.23 is the chop ahead of the target. The tariff news. Don't over trade. The plan, as long as 55.75 holds, recovery of 56.05, we can see 56.23 plus. If 55.75 fails, then we're going to sail down to 55.46. Okay, we're currently in the 55.75 area. If you're watching SPX 500, which you do need to be on TradingView in order to see SPX 500. I don't think it is on Thinkorswim. I've not found it. And if you have or can tell us the ticker, we'll look there too. But as far as I know, it's on TradingView. I've not found it on Thinkorswim, the SPX 500. Okay. This first 56.20 should be 55.75. Current area, we're kind of dancing around in that spot right now. On the chart, we're about 25 minutes from market opening. See what happens. The gap between SPX and ES is 45 points. If you are trading, if you're watching ES, which you could be watching ES on Thinkorswim if you wanted to, you can watch ES over there. and then translate those numbers. Adam trades ES. So if you're watching Adam on Twitter and he puts out tweets and stuff about ES, you can, convert that to SPX numbers if you're an SPX trader and not an ES trader. All right. If you're trading XSP, you got 563, 564 on the call credit spread side, and you've got 553, 554 on the put credit spread side if you want to trade it as those outer bounds. But again, what's the motto? Trade what you see. What you see. Trade what you see. Well, see, now I'm just thinking, if there's no announcements about tariffy stuff showing up till 4:00, then today is just a regular day. Today is a regular day. It's almost like when FOMC people are talking at 2:30, then you trade the morning regular, like you trade what you see, and then you make sure that you stand clear before 2:30, and then after that you wait, see what direction the market chooses, and then you go on about your way. I'm all shocked. Like, I thought we were going to get some announcement in the morning. Thought we was going to get an announcement in the morning. And then we was going to be able to, make some moves along the way. But maybe not. Okay, here's our trades list for the week. We're in several of these trades, actually. We're in gold. We're in McDonald's. We're in USO. We're in, what else we in? UPS. Yeah, those are the ones we're in. And we're in IWM, which is not on this list. But that's what we're trading as a community. And we're watching because they're drawing down and the time is drawing them down, which works for us. And you know what, though, for my community, those who are listening, and I hope most of my community is listening, we might need to make sure our stuff is turned off at the end of the day today, since we're waiting for 4:00 for liberation. No need for us to be in front of no trains tomorrow and the next day. We might be to make sure our stuff is turned off, so that way Thursday and Friday we can just see, we can sit by and watch and see what happens. And Friday we can reset for next week. That may be what we do, because we're sellers. We don't need to get in front of any trains or be in the midst of any craziness happening. We don't need none of that. No, we don't. No, we don't. No, we don't. We were just talking about the tweezers, and the tweezers is a candlestick pattern, right? And this Candlestick Mastery calendar that I put together as a resource for this year, still available, right? It's a calendar, but it's really more, as I say the same thing kind of every time I talk about this, it's more of a resource than it is a calendar. The calendar is a little small part of the page, right? It's the piercing pattern. And we talk about what is the pattern? What does it look like? How do you identify it? And then on the next page, which you don't see here, is how actually do you trade it? How do you trade these? And it's got we got a whole month of a whole calendar, whole year, not a whole month, a whole year of these patterns that you can take and use over and over and over in your trading. Yeah, so you should consider going over to bit.ly/MEL capital INSP and grabbing you a copy of it. Yes, you should consider that. In our membership, we trade, good morning, Ward, we trade credit spreads, SPX spreads every single day, cash secure puts, and covered calls. I am a seller coach. If you just joined me, I'm Arlissa, educator to trader. I'm an educator. I teach, college level math. I'm a professor at our local university, and I also teach trading. That's what we do. On the seller side, I coach options selling. Okay. As soon as I move, my camera decides it wants to turn off. But yeah, I coach option sellers. We got a whole community of folks who hang out with us we have a good group of people that we've cultivated and curated. We love it over here. Yes, we do. We love it over here. It's a good time. We all have a fun time. Really, we do. We do trainings once a week. We do training all the time. We have Telegram group. We do all the fun stuff, basically. Got some strategies that we use, and I'm there in our communities to make sure that we're trading together and learning together and profiting, which is the most important part. Together. We do it together. If you want to join that membership, you're welcome. It's over. I put the link in the chat. You can go to my website, which is educatortotrader.com. Yep, you can go to educatortotrader.com. I'm typing and talking, which always causes issues. Educator to trader. Is there a D in there? Yep.com. All of my resources are over at educatortotrader.com. All of the courses, all of the trainings, everything you're looking for that you could possibly want from me would be at educatortotrader.com. You can find me on all the social media places. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Throw that in there now while I'm thinking about it. But our membership is basically we learn, trade, and profit the seller's way, supportive community, profitable strategies, daily profits to grow your account, training and support. All the things are there. I'm there. We're hanging out. And if you decide that you don't need me and you don't need a membership, I don't want all that, I just want the trainings, then you can go over there and just buy trainings. You don't have to hang out with us. It's cool. I'm not going to be bothered. But I do want you to have the knowledge, because that's really what my objective is to make sure that I'm training as many people as possible who want to be trained, who want to be taught, who want to be learning and profiting. That's what I'm trying to do. Okay. That's what I'm trying to do. It moves with you. Yeah, you would think it moves with me. You would think my high-tech stuff works like that, but it doesn't always seem to. Okay. SPX Playbook is the strategy that we use throughout the day, right? We use the SPX Playbook throughout the day. It was primarily written as a power hour strategy, and it's used as such. Power hours got to be a real crazy thing here most recently, most ricky ticky, as they say. So we've started to work on getting involved a little earlier in the day, which is something that we're doing inside the membership, right? Wise Plain says, I was on your site yesterday, didn't know which one to join. The one that says membership. The one that says the membership. That's where we are. That's where I am. That's where I spend all my time. That's where I spend all my energy, because that was my edict from the Lord, basically, to focus my energy, my attention, and my resources all to the people who are in the membership. So that's what I'm doing every single day. That's what I'm doing, focusing on the people who are in my membership. With the time I have when I'm not teaching at the university, the people I'm teaching are the ones who are in my membership. So I'll put the link here one more time, bit.ly/E2T-membership. That's where I am. And if you want to be with me, that's where I am. That's where I'm going to be. I'm trying to rhyme. I'm a rhymer. Let's go back to my chart before I, get all off down a rabbit hole and can't figure out how to get back. All righty. That's where we are. So this is SPX 500. Well, again, we're still dancing around that 55-75 area. Okay, wait. It doesn't want to switch automatically. Systematic. There we go. All righty. We're just dancing around this 55-75 area. It's going to turn on around and go on its good way here in a minute, hopefully. That's SPX. Let's go see what triple Q is looking like. We can check some of this stuff out in the pre-market. It's got a little bit of red going in the pre-market. What is that? Okay. There we go. Currently at 466.74 is triple Q. Got a little down from where we closed yesterday. Triple Q closed at 472.52. It is currently at 466, down about $6 from yesterday. Let's see what the SPY is looking like this morning. Those of us who are in IWM, that's what I want us to go look at, because we going to exit that trade. Yeah, you need to have a job or at least some type of income, because you need to be able to trade and have some money to trade with, because we making our money. We're using our money like an employee. SPY is currently at 555 and some change. Again, the pre-market is not setting itself up very well for this whole Liberation Day. But you know what? Y'all need to watch it, because we do know that the market manipulators are still on their job. which is to make people think we're in puts today. And as soon as the market open and y'all jump in puts, it drops down and hits a support and then run the other direction. We've been running up for 2 days. Yesterday's run at the end was something. Y'all see this right here? Y'all see this right here? This right here is what you call an engulfing candle, a bullish engulfing, where it turned around. I'm on a 65-minute chart where it basically turned around and engulfed its previous candle and went the whole different direction. This is one too, an engulfing candle where it engulfs the previous candle, letting you know I'm turning around. I'm going the other way. So we did a nice little run back up yesterday, and then it got up here, went up a little bit, hit some moving averages, and it's been coming down ever since. But it's because it comes down, it'll come right back down to this support, which is at 555. It'll hit this good strong support at 555 and do a bounce right at the open, and people will be in puts thinking we putting all day, and their money will be grabbed right up out their pockets, which is why we talk about buying sometimes could be a losing game. Because when you're a buyer of options, the price needs to be moving the same way you want it to go. If it stalls or just sits still or doesn't do its thing, your money is losing. Every minute it's sitting still or dancing around, you are losing money. As a seller, every minute it sits still, we still gaining. I sit still all day. As long as you ain't sitting still at my strike, you can sit all day long. Because as a seller, no movement is working for me. It's working it around for me. Yeah, it's working it out for me. Whatever words we want to put there. As long as my strike is not where it's sitting, it's working for me. Okay? Okay. SPY is currently at 555.50. Again, it closed yesterday at 560, so it's down about $5, just like Triple Q. IWM closed yesterday around 199.52. It is currently at 196.86. Those who are in my community, I'm most likely going to call our close on that on our IWM trade. So be looking for it. I know I'm going to close mine. I've got a Peakbot entered mine on last Friday. As they say, I don't like when people put on something in front of a time frame. On last Friday, you don't really have to put on in front of that. Peakbot entered my trade last Friday. There's no reason to put on in there. That's not good grammar. Okay. Peakbot entered mine last Friday, and it's a 5 or 6 spread. So we're gonna go ahead and close. I'm probably gonna go ahead and close mine out, recapture my buying power so that whatever it decides it's gonna do for Liberation or Freedom Day or whatever, I'm gonna liberate myself from that IWM trade and wait for Friday for it to reset. All right. Yeah, so that's IWM. That's where we are. We're about 21 minutes from the market opening. I think I've seen all I needed to see for now. So let me see where I am as far as my slides go. Okay. Yes, we're right in line with where I wanted to be. If you're looking for freebies, which many people sometimes are, and freebies are a great way to introduce yourself to me. Introduce yourself to what I offer and who I am. You know, we got the YouTube channel that is a free way to find out who I am and just how silly Arlissa is. But you know what? I posted the other day. I said, you know what? I'm really a low-key nerd for real. I said I'm low-key a high-functioning nerd for real. And one of my friends, this is how friends will do you. One of my friends replied back and was like, "What you mean low-key?" I was like, I said, I'm low-key a high-functioning nerd. And for real, she was like, "What do you mean low-key?" I was like, it be your old people. It be your old people. But anyway, but this is a good way to get yourself introduced to who I am, because this really what you see here on YouTube. This really what you see is what you get. This me all the time. You know, again, I'm just moving on. E2T-freebies is a place where you can see some of the free resources I've created. I need to go through and create some more stuff because I got all kind of stuff that be on my mind and it just doesn't make it to the page, right? E2T Traders Declaration. I declare I'm a great trader, a successful trader, and a focused trader. I declare my wins exceed my losses. My account's growing steadily. I'm a wise and knowledgeable trader. I have a strategy that I use for my trades. I don't randomly place trades. I'm a level-headed trader who trades my plan and not my emotions. I sure hope that is your declaration, right? I created that for all of us, not just for me. It's not just my declaration. It is our declaration, right? Lord, it's you who gives us the power to get wealth. Help us today to trade our strategy with wisdom and knowledge. Allow us to prosper enough to have what we need and enough to bless others. In Jesus' name, amen. Okay. I want you to know that whatever it is you're doing in this space, as you're learning to trade, as you're teaching those around you, as you're growing your resources and teaching your children and other people's children, all of this is you're sowing seeds that you're going to reap a harvest from. Okay. But just know these seeds, you don't plant a tree for you to only be the person who eats the fruit. You don't plant a tree so you can eat all the fruit yourself. You need to share the fruit, share the wealth. If you're the only person benefiting from what you're learning, then you've missed the mark. Okay. You are missing the point. You must gather so that you can bless others. That means resources. That means you need to be a blessing from a knowledge standpoint, a blessing from a resources standpoint. The people around you ought to feel your blessing. They ought to be able to feel you. All right. You don't hoard this, because if you're going to hoard it all, the Lord has no reason to pour into you if you are just a reservoir and not a conduit. You need to be something it can flow through. You need to be a current. All right. So make sure that you say, Lord, use me to bless others. All right. Make sure that you're using that. That's my word for the day. And if you earnestly and genuinely want to be used to bless those around you, the Lord will then bless you so that you can. Now, don't just ask for it if you ain't going to do it. Don't just ask for it, because the Lord gonna test you, and he'll pour into you. And if he can't get it through you, he'll be like, well, shoot, I can't use you. Let me go use somebody I can trust to do what I asked him to do with these resources. All right. All righty. I want you all to have a really great day. Have a really great day. Just watch what's going on. However the day plays out. Again, we're gonna trade what we see over here. I would love to have you in our community. If you are not in a community where someone is engaging back and forth with you versus just sending you messages, sometimes you need to ask a question. You want somebody who's going to answer back. All right. And just know that in my community, I do that. And it ain't because I got a whole lot of time to answer back. It's because I'm concerned and I care about the people who are in my community. Okay. I don't have any more time than the other people who are and are not answering back. I just want you to know that I'm concerned about the people who are in my membership. So I will answer back. All right. And then she just sitting around. No, she not. She is still busy. She is still working a full job. She is still married and has children and all those things. All right. She's still doing all that stuff, but I'm concerned about those who are with me. All right. This is how I'm planting those seeds I was just talking about, and how I'm blessing those around me. This is one of those ways. All right. All right. Let's have a good day, a green day. We're going to stay green. We're going to get this money, and I will see you in the market. Goodbye, everyone. Y'all have a really good day. Amen and amen. Bye, everyone. I'm trying to end the stream, but it won't push the button. I put